Welcome back to another episode of the podcast, The Body Heals Itself. Today's podcast is about the philosophy of the body heals itself. So what does it mean when I say the body heals itself? It sounds obviously like it's about that the body heals itself physically. And yes, this is the essence of it. But it's so much more. And it's not something that just came to me one day, but it was really something I realized that has been built over a lifetime. As I realized for me, especially when it came to physical healing in the beginning, that when I listened to my intuition, that I knew exactly what my body needed in order to heal. And so even though I grew up with energy healing and stuff, I still went to the normal doctor as well. And there were some incidents where it just was clear that the advice I got from the doctor wasn't what I felt within me, was what my body and mind needed. And so one example that was very clear to me was maybe also a kind of a crossroad for me, was when I started my studies, my bachelor studies. I felt a lot of panic and anxiety, so I didn't feel well in my body. Obviously, I had bloated tummy ache, tension headaches was always something I used to have as a child as well. And I used to love my doctor. He was so great. He also worked with Chinese medicine, so it was really, really beautiful. But then he was like, yeah, maybe you should go and talk to a psychiatrist. And so I went based on his recommendation to this woman. And I think it takes a lot of courage. I was 19 or 20 years old to open up and to go to someone. It doesn't matter how old you are. I think it always takes courage the first time you do something like this, to go and open up and be vulnerable, because you don't know what to expect. And so I went there and I told her I was so open with her, I told her really my family, my upbringing, and how I felt. And I obviously went there because I didn't want to take medication. Also, obviously, my doctor didn't believe I needed medication. But he thought talking about it, that there's something underneath it. And so I was there, talked about it. And after one session, 15 minutes, she was like, yes, you need antidepressant, because otherwise you will never feel truly good about yourself. And also it's all your mom's fault. And after one session that she made this, that she said that, or came to the conclusion, I think, whatever, even if it's my mom's fault, it doesn't matter. But saying that after one session and then saying, oh, you need antidepressiva. And I was sitting there and I just felt no, this is not what I need. My intuition was so strong, but it took so much courage to say no. And I even asked her, isn't there other methods, tools I can use to feel better about myself and in my body? And because I had this, I explained the stomach issues, the headaches, and also deep neck pains, and I just felt uncomfortable. I think I also didn't sleep well and whatever. And she was like, no, there are no other tools, you need antidepressiva. I do believe that this can be very helpful for certain people, but coming to that conclusion after one session, I'm still not sure if this is the right approach. And for me, it was really about listening to this intuition, this nudge, no, this is not right for me. And this was my path. But when I left that session, I felt so alone, so helpless, more than I did before, because I tried to open up to someone, to be understood, to be here, to be heard, to be seen, and kind of put into a box that you're sick or something is even more wrong with you, or just not being heard for what it is. And so this was a turning point for me, as I then started even more to read about different modalities. I started mindfulness, and I didn't start then, I started before, but even more going into research about how can I fix myself, because I thought I had to be fixed, I thought I had to be healed. And I thought something was wrong with me that I felt that, and I didn't want to take antidepressant because I didn't want to be this. Maybe I didn't want to be also like as a being called having mental issues. But the main reason was really that I felt deeply within me there must be an other way. It can't be that we came to this earth to take medication in order to live and feel good. This was like the bottom line, because this I felt so strongly. And I think even like before, when I was a child and I had headaches, I always just could naturally, like for me, it was more like to visualize that something like pulls the headache out of me. And this just came naturally to me without someone telling me, and it always helped. For me, this philosophy of the body heals itself was always there. Even though there was like something that pulled it out, it was still me or my body who healed itself. There was no external input. And so coming back to the whole philosophy, so yes, it started based on a physical experience, or also because as I said, with the stomach issue, the headaches, the neck pain, the shoulder pain, my body was constantly talking to me. Our bodies constantly talk to us, and it's so, so, so beautiful. Like, it's magnificent, the infinite intelligence there is. And it isn't only about physical things, but also like deeper. If you see, like, if you're into like seeing like, oh, I'm repeating the same patterns, I'm attracting the same people, self-worth, whatever, it's all accessible through your body sensation. It's such an easy access point. You don't need to go in your mind to analyze and analyze. It's like, where do you feel that in your body? Because what I came to understand is that our body stores everything. And when we don't listen, it starts to scream with more chronic pain, more chronic illness, but also other issues your body has. Your body is constantly talking to it, and there are different layers to it. And obviously it's not only about the pain you're feeling. As I say, this is like the body screams at you, but before it screams, it whispers. It's like it whispers to you what it needs, like what kind of nutrition, every body is different, and every day needs different things. And the more you start to tune into that, and the more you also start to explore and discover other foods and other practices in order to find out, oh, what does feel good and what doesn't feel good, and what does it do with my body. It's really a self-exploration, because I truly believe you can't go to someone else and they tell you what's good for your body and for your overall health, because they don't live in your body. Yes, there's some general guidelines, but this is also like when you tune in, this comes naturally, and this is so, so, so beautiful. And it's also not about only eating good things, or good things, like what is even good. Like, you can be on a green juice diet and it's not good for your body because you're punishing your body. But if you feel like, oh, this week I need to do a green juice cleanse, whatever, then it feels right to you. It's also the approach behind it. But sometimes it's also like, oh, I need chocolate today, then eat the chocolate. It's soul food. It's always the intention behind it. And nothing you do in an extreme or over excess is good for you. I think this is really the baseline. If it comes to food, to certain drinks, if it comes to certain sports, movement, if you're doing too much stillness, meditation, you obviously need some fire in there. If you're doing like yin yoga only, then obviously also you need some fire there. But if you're only doing like strength workout, running, whatever, maybe you need some more stillness and meditation. It's all about balance. And this also changes. Maybe there are seasons where it's only about fire, then there are seasons again more movement. But the more you tune in with that, it can change every day. And this is so beautiful. So the more we listen to our body, that's the philosophy of the body heals itself, and we truly tune and able to listen and tune into our bodies without that head thinking this is good or this is bad, but what does it really need? this is how we heal our body or stay in general healthy in the long run. And because then it's not only about food, sports, or supplements. It can even be that if your body says, oh, I need certain supplements, then go for it. And even there, it's not about that you need to take it every day, but maybe every day is a bit different what you need. But your body also tells you when it needs connection to other people. It tells you when it needs alone time. And honoring that and listening to it and stepping up for your body, like seeing your body really as your best friend or your partner, whoever you would do everything for it. See your body as that. It's not just a tool here to use. It's your infinite intelligence accessible for everything. And so again, coming back to the philosophy of the body heals itself, as I talk now a lot about the physical aspect of it, when it comes to the body heals itself, when we are able to tune in with our bodies always have sensations. Like at the moment I have cold fingers. I have a little bit of a pain in my shoulder. Yes, it needs some stretching, but maybe if I tune into it and inquire it, there are different layers underneath it. And this is still like mind-blowing for me, who I desire that truly everyone can experience that, because it's just so magnificent when you're able to tune in with your body's sensations, are able to inquire them, and not from a thing of like, oh, I need to fix you, but to understand it from with compassion and curiosity, like a child you're going to explore. So as I said before, I used to suffer from like stomach issue, headaches, shoulder pain. And so my access point was really my pain in my shoulder and neck, because this was really chronic. The more physio I did, it didn't work. Nothing worked. Even like certain gym exercises to strengthen my back, then yoga, stretching, whatever, I did it all. But what truly was incredible, that there was so much information stored in this pain in my shoulder. And it wasn't about Googling it or understanding it or doing more, but it was actually listening to it, letting it be here, telling it it's okay to be here, giving it the space to be here and see what comes up. And when we are able to do that, our bodies are living, breathing plant medicine. Like, it's a psychedelic experience to tune in with your body's sensation and to see and feel what is stored there. And the more you do that, the more you unravel what's stored in your body, the more you let go of that, well, of everything. Like, I want to say, like, of patterns, of things. But the goal is not to let go or to release, but it's actually to understand, to integrate all parts of you. So it's discovering more parts of you, because unconsciously we usually try to avoid or suppress certain emotions or experiences. We try to not go into certain areas or jobs because we're like, no, this won't make me feel good. Like, we label it already, so we avoid that. And it's something that's within us, and that's what we also try to avoid. Maybe also with more sports or the food we eat, we try to suppress the different modalities, not modalities and methods to suppress or avoid things within you. And it's only when we allow ourselves to go there through our body's sensation, because again, our body always talks to us. So yes, the physical is our access point, but it goes deeper into our subconsciousness, because that's where it's stored. That is how we create our life. This is what makes us feel, what we think makes us feel good or makes us feel bad. And so there's a relationship between our subconscious and what is stored in our body. And when we can create this relationship, we are integrating the whole part of our being. It's not separate anymore than doing like mind work, like mental work, or like bodily work, but like actually bringing it together to seeing the full picture. And the more we do that, it's not about then only that we heal physically, but we go even deeper into the subconscious and understand more of how we live our life, about how we experience our life. And I want to be here very carefully to not say to heal our mind, but it's in general, it's about healing our life. not that it needs like fixing, but like coming into a balance that we can fully live and experience. I think that what it means for me to heal is that we are able to live life fully, to experience it to every extent. That's what we came here for. And we chose this body. We chose this body. We chose to incarnate as humans because our body is the physical manifestation of all the energy we have been carrying, not only in this life, but also past lives, if you believe in that. But it doesn't matter if you access it through past life or this life, because we're so intelligent that we create really the experiences in this life that are related to past life. I've seen that over and over again. So you can do past life work, you can do lineage work, but it always comes back to one, and it's accessible through your body. And again, it's truly like your body is a living, breathing plant medicine. It has so much wisdom within you. The more you make it a practice to tune in with your body's sensations, to listen to it, to give it space, not thinking, oh, it needs a release ceremony, it needs more softness. Yes, maybe it does, but really listen to it. What does it truly need? It's not about thinking, but can you just be with what's present in your body, but also your external environment? Can you be present with it and being with it to see what it truly needs? And this is what it means that the body heals itself. It's then we truly activate something within us, that then it's able, that we just feel healthy, not only body physically wise, but also in general, that we feel healthy, wealthy in our life. We just feel good and we feel like ourselves. This is what it means the body heals itself. Again, it's not only physical, but it's for your whole life, because it's all interconnected. And again, it's not only about doing mind work or body work, but it's about building this relationship and seeing and understanding the relationship between our beliefs and how we shape, experience our life, and what our body tells us. And it's incredible when you are able to come back into that. And it's, again, as I said before, it's about compassion and curiosity, that you meet these body sensations, these parts of you. And the more we are compassionate with ourselves, these parts within us we try to avoid, suppress, the beliefs we think are wrong, we try to push away. The more we are compassionate with that as well, the more we are compassionate with others. And I truly believe that this is how we change the world. It's not about that we feel love or whatever for everyone, but it's about being compassionate with oneself and with others. This really comes back by being present with what is in your body, your mind, bringing this awareness, but also the awareness with your mind and your body together, and not seeing it as separate. Because again, we manifested it in this body. There's a reason why incarnated as humans in this body. It's our main manifested energy. It's beyond intelligent, and only you can access it. And truly, like them, it's really then you become, it's not for someone else to access it for you. Like when you go to again, it's about turning inward. It's not about that you go to someone, like that we are so conditioned to go to someone for advice. We go to a doctor, we go to a Reiki healer, we go to a tax advisor. Okay, maybe you need a tax advisor, I would definitely need one. But it's like we're so conditioned to go to someone else, especially when it comes to our own well-being, our own health. But it's all within us, and it's only us who can truly access it. And again, it's also the most empowering thing when you realize that you can feel it by yourself, you can access it by yourself. Like, this is true empowerment. We stop giving our power away by thinking that someone else knows it better than us, thinking that we need someone else. Yes, I believe there needs to be some practices or guidance in order to access it, but then when you have it, it never goes away again. And it's truly, especially like speaking from my own experience, it's like the more you make this a conscious practice, or being even aware of it, then it just comes naturally. Like my body knows how to move, like what it needs. And it's like so strange, but also so incredible, especially when I have like something in my neck. I just need to sit and then let my body move, and it just unravels itself. Yes, sometimes it needs to be inquired, and there are things stored in it as well. So there are both sides. Obviously, it can be physically that you overstretch, you slept wrong. The older you get, you kind of have these things. But it can also be, that there are like memories stored in there. But then if it's like something that needs to be moved, like your body knows how to move it. You don't need to do rigid poses or things that other people tell you to do. Your body knows how to move. Your body knows what it needs. Nutrition-wise, but also connection, nature. Maybe it needs a day in front of the TV and chill. Like, yes, we have all these things here. That's maybe really what we need in this life, which is busy and busy. Sometimes it's just like emptying out in front of the TV. And like tuning into that, what is it that we truly need? Because then it can also be that if we are like in front of the TV, it's like, oh no, I need to do this and this. I can't just chill here. But your body knows. And again, it's not only physically, but also mentally, and being aware again of this relationship. And I make especially like this because for me, the deeper we connect with our body, the deeper we descend within the body, the deeper we descend within ourselves. And the deeper we descend, the more we unravel. And then it's not only memories of things we try to avoid, suppress, can be traumas, yes, but they're like, behind every trigger, behind every discomfort, there's a treasure. There's so much wisdom and gifts within you. So it's not only that you know what your body needs, but you unlock really, truly more of who you are. And again, maybe also the biggest part, which I forgot to mention till now, is life is your main teacher. So yes, it's your body, but life, whatever happens on the outside, it's always an invitation for you to go within. If there is your boss who triggers you, annoys you so much, thank you. And then sit in stillness with presence, like what is being activated in your body and your mind. And from there, can you create this relationship between what is in my mind, the thoughts that come up, and where do I sense that in my body? Because especially if there's something on the outside that makes you feel something, there's always something stored within your body. And we are so trained to stay in our head, so we have to come back to this sensation in the body again. And I think this is really the first step to bring this awareness again to our bodily sensations with situations that happen on the outside, but also maybe, again, like sports or thing we do to suppress this as well. Because that can also be like the more sport you do, the more tired your body is. So you're not really feeling your body anymore because you don't really want to feel it. So there's also avoidant patterns. So like different small things, like just becoming aware of that and then coming back again to becoming aware of the relationship between your mind, your beliefs, and your body sensations. And that's when the body truly starts to heal itself, because then we're not dependent on someone else. Like we are so aware of what we need that we are just feeling good within ourselves. I don't say we're not getting sick. I don't say we're not getting a cold, but also then your body is talking into you. Maybe you need to rest, and it's fine. It's not a bad thing, but can you listen to it and can you give it what it needs? And I also really want to stress here that, for example, if you have a more severe illness, it's also not about, I'm just sitting here and listening to my body. No, it can be that you truly need a surgery. You need more stronger medication. But this is, again, individually. Like for me, I know this wouldn't be the right path at the moment for certain things, but I never know what's happening in life, and then it might be right. So I'm also grateful for all the tools we have in this life, and it's really not about making it think pretty and healthy. No, it's really about going deep within, descend within, and finding out what is it that your body truly needs, that you truly need to feel so good in life, that you can experience life so fully, because that's what we came here for. We came here to feel it, experience it through our body. It's our biggest gift. The more you feel the discomfort, the more joy, pleasure, love, whatever ecstasy, pure bliss, orgasmic, but just days where you wake up and you feel like turned on by life. This is what's being unraveled as well. The more you unravel all the other things as well, the discomfort, feelings you don't want to feel. And isn't this what we came here for? To just experience life so fully. And yeah, I truly believe that it is through the body that we can experience that. But again, it's not only my body, but also with the mind, like the beliefs we have, the thoughts, the stories we tell ourselves, and seeing and understanding the relationship between the things that are stored within our body to create this relationship and seeing it. And therefore, I believe it's so easy to access our subconscious through our body symptoms. Like, we don't need to analyze always so much. We can just go and tune in with that, what it is. So yeah, I hope this brought you the philosophy of the body heals itself closer. Again, it's with the body's sensations, or also sensations can also be symptoms you have, like chronic pain, illnesses, and inquire them, but also the relationship between our mind, the stories, the patterns, and then that life is our main teacher in order to live a full life, to experience it fully. To experience everything of life and not just pieces of it which you think you want to experience, because then you cut yourself off from experience you don't even know can happen, which can be so beyond beautiful, like beyond your mind's imagination. So this is the philosophy of the body heals itself and the podcast, and I'm sure there will always be aspects that come into the episodes again, because it's so broad and it's really not about only healing physically, but it's really about, in general, our whole life, that we feel good in our life, we feel good with others. And it always starts within ourselves if we want to create a change in the world. So thank you so much for tuning in. Follow, subscribe if you liked it, comment, let me know if you have any questions or if this resonated. I would love to hear from you and connect with you. And I see you next time.